In this video, we want to solve for the value of y. So what we're going to do is to rewrite this given equation in this form. Here we have the square root of y equals to 12 minus the square root of negative y. Next is to square both sides. So here I'm going to have the square root of y squared equals to 12 minus the square root of negative y squared. Now, this square is going to cancel out the square roots. So here I'm going to have my y. And on this side, I'm going to have 12 squared plus the square root of negative y squared minus 2 multiplied by 12 multiplied by square root of negative y. So this is the rule for the expansion. Next, I'm going to have my y to be equals to 12 squared is 144 plus this square cancel out the square root, we have negative y. And here we have negative 24 times the square root of negative y. Next, here we have y to be equals to 144 minus y minus 24 multiplied by square root of negative y. Now, looking at this, we can move this y to this other side, which is going to be y plus y equals to 144 minus 24 times the square root of negative y. Here we have y plus y is going to be 2y, which is, you can write it this form like saying minus 144 equals to negative 24 times square root of negative y. From here, this is what I got. So from here, you can write this given equation by dividing this by 2, by 2, and by 2. So with this, you're going to have y minus 72 equals to negative 12 square root of negative y. So the next thing we're going to do to both sides by writing this given equation is, here we have our y minus 72 equals to negative 12 square root of negative y. Square both sides. Why we need to get rid of the square root? So here we have y minus 72 squared. This minus 12, this can be written as minus 12 squared and square root of negative y squared. So by distributing this, here we can have y squared plus 72 squared minus 144 y, which is equals to negative 12 squared. Here is going to be 144. And this square root is going to cancel this. Here we have times negative y. Now here we have y squared plus 72 equals to this 144 y is negative. If this moves to the other side, we're going to have plus 144 y. So this cancel out this. Here we have y squared plus 72 equals to 0. Now, to solve for the value of y, here we're going to have our y squared to be equals to negative 72. Recall, it is squared. Now, finding the square root of both sides. So here you're going to be y, which is going to be the square root of negative 1 Recall, 72 can be written as -1 times 72. This is still the same. So here, I can have this written as my y to be equals to plus or minus the square root of -1 and times the square root of 72 squared. So here, my y is going to be the square root of -1 is going to be I, which is the complex roots, times this square is going to cancel out the square root, which is 72. Finally, my y is plus or minus 72i. Thank you very much for watching. If you truly enjoyed this, follow for more video. Bye.